Hey everybody, it's Segtendo here, and as always, we have
Chaoanya?
Chow, and,
Corey Rex.
and this is the first episode of SlashCast. So, anyone have any new stuff coming to the channel or anything to announce?
Well, I mean, currently right now I'm still working on FNAF World Repainted, and unfortunately if you guys don't really follow this channel, I would recommend, and there's not that many people that's gonna go here, but anyways, I'm gonna take a break of shit posting on my YouTube channel so I can actually get this project finished once and for all, FNAF World Repainted, because my friend Internet Spider, he already completed his half. I just need to complete my end and completely finish this repainting of the project. I mean, all it is just memes everywhere.
Corey, you have anything new coming?
I'm thinking about doing some animating, but nothing as far as like big projects like that.
Okay, yeah. Pretty much for me,
Yeah.
just working on like a good setup for this. If you have any feedback or it sucks, let me know. I'll fix that. It's our first real episode.
And also after I finish my repainting, I'm pretty much gonna actually get back to work on my next commentary because I'm kind of in the middle of deciding if I should decide to go with more satire for my commentaries or more serious opinions, because from looking at it, more people have more entertainment at it. Well, from looking at it from a standpoint, people enjoy more satire-ish commentaries. But though, from another standpoint, I can actually debate saying that even though with satire, it can honestly hurt my channel a lot more because of, fair use. Since fair use isn't, well, since satire doesn't really fall underneath fair use.
Hmm. Yeah, it
So,
seems to be the thing with my channel too, where people want satire instead of just talking.
Yeah.
so
Anyway,
other than new
anyways,
stuff, have you guys been playing any? Have you guys played any games? New games?
well,
Old games?
I mean, I just recently just beat DuckTales, and honestly, I say it's a really good game. Would I say pick up the NES version? Unless if you're willing to throw down the money for it, I wouldn't advise picking up an NES cartridge unless if you're a pirate, which I don't recommend doing. But but if you're gonna pick up DuckTales, try to at least get the re-release remastered for. It's like on any modern day console besides for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So yeah, going nuts with that.
Hmm.
Currently, I am playing the Angry Video Game Nerd, the video game. It's one hell of an experience, and rather kind of puts all my gaming skills to the test. And right now, as it is, I've gotten one game over for the first time I played it.
So it's a
Uh,
challenging game, I'm guessing. It's some true attack, right?
yeah.
Okay. Corey, have you played anything?
I've just finished Broforce
What's that like?
on Steam. It's really good actually
Oh, I don't know much about that one.
because of what?
I said I don't know. I don't know much about that one.
Um, well, it's about you liberating areas and as action movie heroes, basically. Like, I don't know, like Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Um, it's you have to it's filled with puzzles and shooting. It's actually really fun. And I don't have anything else to say about it. That's it. I just described it.
Can you play anything else?
No, not recently.
Okay. Well, I've playing pretty much like Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat 2, just like older retro games, like Mario 3 a little bit. I
Mm.
don't know, I was in a retro mood.
Um, maybe another thing I could address is that the fact that I was currently live streaming earlier, and I was playing Undertale Repainted and Corrupted. Yes, I was able to combine both. It was just a beautiful experience. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
Looked
I
fun.
saw. It looked pretty. That's a good way to describe it, I think. Okay,
Yep.
so
Hmm.
now next we were gonna move on to something big that happened this week, and I think pretty much every gamer knows that pretty big thing that happened was the Nintendo Direct that happened yesterday. So what did
Woo! Nintendo Direct.
yeah? So
Whee! Sorry.
One game I am so excited for is the new Disney drawing game.
tell
Disney draws. Actually, the game that actually left me the most excited was the Kirby one. I mean, seriously,
Yeah,
Kirby with
Kirby
freaking
one.
mechs. Kirby with freaking mechs. I forgot the name of it. It was like Kirby. I forgot it right now. Uh,
Isn't it like Kirby Robot something?
ro- it was like Kirby Robot. Dang it, I forgot the name. Oh well. Maybe we'll put an annotation on the video and be like, oh, the actual name's that.
yeah,
Whoops.
I can do that. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Uh, I mean, most of the direct was either positives or negatives. I mean, there wasn't really too huge besides the Kirby game that was
Samus,
really out. I mean,
Metroid.
uh, I was okay with the Metroid Prime Federation, but it's just I can see why people just don't really feel like this is necessary because it just feels like a filler plot game.
Yeah, something to fill them in the hole in for a while.
But though I am a little bit disappointed in the fans being like petition to cancel this game.
yeah. Uh,
Eh.
personally, what I saw, what I was really excited for was new Brayley's second game. I liked the original one. So never beat it, but I liked it a lot, and looking forward to that one. Other than that, there was nothing all that caught my attention. Because other like the new Star Fox game looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot the Star Fox game. I actually
I know it's been a
I actually
while.
think I might pick that one up because of how interesting it looks. Because don't get me wrong, I haven't played a Star Fox game in my life. It's just
I played
I
one.
kind of feel like this one feels more interesting than anything I've seen in a while. Like I'm just being honest. I mean, I haven't
What's
even picked up Yoshi's Woolly World either, but
Yeah,
it's just Star Fox Zero looks a lot more interesting than Yoshi's Woolly World in my opinion.
and
And then now we're gonna talk about the greatest disappointment. Why many people have kind of gave the Nintendo Direct like a B plus or not even a B plus, just a B or B minus. Paper Mario Color Splash. I kind of burped in between that. Oh well.
yeah, the game.
it looks okay.
Well, it's because it looks
I
too
mean,
similar to Sticker Star.
that's perhaps the biggest nitpick that I have throughout the entire game of Color Splash. It's just the entire concept, the entire everything about the game just seems to scream Sticker Star, and I'm just like, please no, Nintendo. Nobody likes this. Like hell, even people are literally straight up saying that this is like the end of Paper Mario 2001, 2016. Rip.
Well,
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's the end, but I mean, Nintendo just is a little bit more arrogant to learn from their mistakes.
well, to be completely honest, the only thing I didn't like at Sticker Star was the mechanics. I don't think anyone liked the mechanics, and the story just seems so boring. Like, because most games they start out slow and they pick up pace. I got through the first two chapters and it was so slow. I was like, this is boring, and I just gave up. I didn't need. like I got to like the first 2 chapters and I was already bored with the game, which which is different, which is weird because the first 3 Paper Mario's, like I could play through all those in like one sitting because they're so fun, and but then Sticker Star was just so boring and bland.
See, I never
It,
got to play Sticker Star, sadly.
I mean, before we end up going on a complete tangent on Sticker Star, it's just Sticker Star, like literally everybody declares this game to be the worst in the Paper Mario
It
series,
is.
and
You can't deny.
yeah, yeah, without a doubt, it's the worst.
It.
And the thing that actually kind of made me like break my kind of broke a little bit inside of me, like a little bit of love for the Paper Mario series was the fact that when I think it was Bill when he announced that the game was an action adventure game, and I was just like, oh,
Paper Mario's always been more of
oh.
like a puzzle RPG.
I'm
Yeah.
no, not more of a not. It's more of
Well, not
like
really
a
puzzle, but like
puzzle.
there's puzzles in it. Is what I meant. Because like I remember Thousand
I
Year
would
Door.
say more of an RPG adventure game.
I know, but they're all puzzle elements.
Well, actually, not even.
It's mainly
It's
RPG.
more of RPG adventure and action. But though it's mainly an RPG action game, like Mario Luigi Superstar. Not Superstar, but those pretty much the Mario Luigi series. And it's just that it kind of gets really disappointing that the fact that Shigeru Miyamoto kind of gave gave the development team a lot of shit for making it too similar for Sticker Star to being close to the to the GameCube and 64 titles
Yeah.
in the early development of the game, and I kind of I'm sorry, but I kind of view that as a little bit of hypocrisy because like he gave the developers shit for it being too similar to older titles, and now he wants to push in more of this newer style that's already been used beforehand.
Hmm. To be honest, Shigeru Miyamoto, he knows his stuff when it comes to Zelda, the like regular Super Mario games, and games like that. But when it comes to like spin-off games and series, I don't,
Yeah.
like most people on Nintendo, like they've been there for so long, they think that they're in charge. Like especially Sakurai, like he's for such he didn't put Geno in for such a long time because he didn't, and then eventually just made him a costume.
Actually, it was considering Geno at one point. It's
I
just
know,
that
but he didn't do it because so many people wanted it, and they're like, well, so many people want it, so then we're not going to do it.
Hmm.
Nintendo does it a lot because like look at Mario Party.
I know. The current Mario Party games are absolutely terrible. Let's be honest about that.
Bowser Party's okay.
I mean, 10 was okay, but though it
Nine.
has lots of flaws. 9 is without a doubt the worst. Like no one can deny that.
And
No
then
one can deny.
and 8 is only fun if you have all 4 people or at least 3 people with you because you're playing against computers. It's so boring because the mini games. Okay, this is me and you
Wait,
were talking
8.
about this like
Wait a minute. Isn't like 8 where you can pretty much just do nothing and the AIs will just pretty much let you win no matter what?
I don't remember that being. I haven't played 8 in a long time, but
Smash.
me and you talked about this last week. Like back when we got a Mario Party every single year for like 7 years, except between 3 and 4 it took 2 years. The games people actually enjoyed them, and then they started taking multiple years in each game. They're bad. It's because I think they're putting too much thought into making it a different game. When the fans don't want a different game, they want one more like Mario Party 1 or 2 or 5 or 7. Just the original 7 games.
Yeah. Well, they port those.
That's what we were talking about. We were like,
Exactly.
what about for the 20th anniversary, which is in like 2 years? They remake like Mario Party 1 or 2 onto like the Wii or NX in HD. That game was still like crazy.
Huh.
Or like have like if they decided to do a 20th anniversary game, they have like one board from each game, and then like a couple mini games for each game, and that's a new game.
Huh.
Because each except 9. think we can all agree each game had at least one good board.
You don't want to see a remake of 9?
It just came out.
I mean, to be honest, no one really likes 9. Like literally, no one likes 9. Let's be honest.
I remember it took them 5 years to make it, more longer than took them to make any other Mario Party, and it's just
Garbage.
yeah. And then look at 10. It took them 3 years to make it. Well, they spent less time making it, and it was slightly better. And then you look from like 1 to 2, 1 year. They're both really good. 2 to 3, they're both really good. 1 year. 2 to 4, 2 years. 3 to 4, 2 years. They're like if you look at like the release chart, every single like in a span of 8 years we had 7 Mario Parties.
You know there's something wrong when the game
Oh
that
wait,
takes
hold
less
on.
time.
We should stop. Not stop,
Oh,
but though
yeah.
we should move on to another topic real
Yes.
quickly.
Yeah, I know.
Just for one more relatable topic for people who've had experiences with the well-known squirrel named Conker.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Oh yay.
Young Conker.
Yeah.
Double middle fingers in the air because this game just feels like that. It's just like
It's not even a game. It's just like he's like, hey, we own him. Let's use him for naughty.
That's what
it's like
he
and
did?
it's a horrifying abomination. What have they created?
And
Yes,
they
they
could have made it his
misused
son or some other squirrel, but
They really misused Conker.
yeah,
They
that's
just used him as like a cameo character.
well,
I would have been fine if he would have been like as a cameo or some kind of small little.
or in another Conquer game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they sort of do have another Conquer game for Project Spark, but let's be honest, Project Spark, not that many people really truly care about that because it's just fan-made creation stuff.
Well,
I'm not trying to be a dickhead to people who actually use Spark because I've seen some pretty incredible stuff made from Spark. It's just that it's just not as good quality as a natural game, not triple or indie. Is just not as good as any other games to say.
well, rare games were so good in the '90s. Like in the '90s, chances and you had N64. Chances are you played a rare game at least. There was Banjo Kazooie, Banjo Tooie, Conquer, 007.
I'm lucky I'm one of those 2000 kids that actually got their hands on several of Rareware's games, and
Yeah,
I
same.
loved most of them besides Donkey Kong 64.
That's the only one I own.
Yeah, I'm sorry everybody, but for anyone who likes Donkey Kong 64, I personally kind of disliked it.
You're in the minority.
It's just the game doesn't really work too well, and I think that's a story for another time.
Well, that's
Anyways, I got to experience Conquer from my cousin.
not me.
Not Sixendo, but my cousin, my other cousin that's from my dad's side, not my mom's side. Yeah, yada yada yada. Anyways, from playing Conquer's Bad Fur Day, I actually had one hell of an experience, and I love that game so much.
That game was like ahead of its time because you look now, games are like they don't hold back on anything. Then Conquer for its back in the '90s, game having a swear word in it was just having a swear word, regardless was rare.
The ironic part is that I think this was back in like 2013 or 14 when spoilers actually somewhat did exist, but though people didn't really care about them too much without going nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's how inappropriate Conker's Bad Fur Day was.
Yeah, but for its time, like look at games now. People like playing Stick of Truth so much. Basically, it conquers Bad Fur Day, but 10, almost 20 years in the future.
Mm.
Oh, and then it's an RPG instead of an adventure game.
You don't really see that much of inappropriate video games that much anymore.
Well, and then also game developers are because like look at the companies now. you have Nintendo, who is now super kid friendly instead of like how they were in the 90s and had like Mortal Kombat. You have Sony, which they don't make very many games. They just have better graphics, and then you have Microsoft, who buys everything out and then doesn't use it. Because like they bought out Rareware, and look how many Rareware games have we got? None. We got the Banjo Kazooie game, which was awful. Well, not awful, just real not good. Then we had the Conker's Live and Reloaded, wasn't that good.
Yeah.
So like nowadays, if you can see a game like Stick of Truth or Conker's Bad Fur Day, it's rare.
I
Like,
swear, if you were to have a list of all the companies Microsoft has bought over the years,
you know, Mojang and then Minecraft, they've done almost nothing with it.
like I can't really think of any right now, but still,
They bought it, yeah. They bought a lot, and then they just use them for anything.
you want to move on to another topic?
Yeah, let's see. Let's look at the
Yeah.
format. Okay, so we basically just did the next segment, which was like compare games like modern to past, and basically just did that. Are there any like anything that you would like to compare from like today, from like 90s or early 2000 games, or even 80s games? Because like what other like that any company announcing any new games?
Well,
Oh wait, no, we never talked about the Pokemon game, Pokemon fighting game. A while since we've seen a 2D fighting game for a Nintendo. You know, they used to have Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and they haven't had a 2D fighting game since like Mortal Kombat 4. And now they have Pokemon, which looks pretty cool.
huh.
I would like to play it eventually. Well, yeah.
Also, Pokemon Go. Why haven't they said anything about it?
Well, because I don't know why didn't they say anything about the new Zelda game?
Well, actually, I have no idea. I'm sorry if I kind of daydreamed a little bit off there. It's because I was kind of watching a bit of YouTube. Anyways, is it Pokemon Go or Sun and Moon?
Oh well, Pokemon.
We could talk about both.
We can talk about whatever because Nintendo's this year seems to be like Pokemon year, and like a
Yeah,
lot of people are
no.
like, that's the 20th anniversary. Also, Legend of Zelda's 30th anniversary. They haven't talked a whole lot about Zelda games at all.
Well,
And still,
just a day ago, Pokemon Go headed out to the field in Japan.
well, Japan.
Yeah, field test, I think you're calling it.
That's some really unfortunate news.
What?
Know how much criticism they'd get if they did it in United States, though?
Eh. Oh.
It's fine. Let's
Okay.
see. And then, okay, so now we're at the ending. Our final segment is, any of you guys have any stories or anything that you can relate to anything we talked about?
Well, I mean, like on my way home, well, not on my way home today. There was assembly. I was trying to I was putting my backpack on my face because I don't really like assemblies at all because
Really?
I mean, I have a bit of hearing damage to be honest, but
So I play trombone.
and also when I placed my face on my backpack, it turns out I accidentally exploded my French dressing that I had in my backpack from like a couple days ago, and
Oh,
it got a bit on my notes. Thankfully, I got it all cleaned up before it actually just destroyed everything. So yippee, I guess.
Okay, I have a bit of a rant or something about my Spanish. Okay, I have Spanish class. Watching a movie. It's a confusing movie. So you expect people to ask questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mhm.
they're asking. Corey already heard this one from me, but okay. People were asking questions about the movie because it was confusing because we don't speak Spanish. And then she was getting mad and she said that we were asking questions, which is usually encouraged in school. So then the next day she's like, okay, we're not watching the movie anymore. You gotta read an 8-page biography about her, and then have 11 pages of homework due tomorrow.
Sounds a lot like my Spanish classroom at my school.
It was literally the biggest overreaction for people asking questions about a language they don't understand. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal because it really sucks for. And if anything, it sucks for her because she only has a week to grade all of those now, and our class alone is 42 people, so it's pretty close to 500 pages she has to grade now.
Yeah. I
And
think,
she threw that, and she has a week to do it since next week's her last week.
man, she is.
And she doesn't even grade her work in the first place. It's like I turned in something, and my grade was sitting at a B for a really long time. I turned it in, and she hasn't, and she ain't graded for like a month. And like this morning, it finally got in.
Seems unprofessional.
I don't like her. She's the only teacher that I have high school at all that I don't like.
Huh.
Okay, so whatever. Not about that. Corey, you have any interesting stories?
Your little mini rant.
Yeah, whatever. I've done worse.
So I'm looking at the trending section, and it says, dang it, Kim Jong Un is in
That's a
those
great. Yes,
nukes.
gaming.
Oh, games.
It doesn't matter. Kim Jong Un
Oh, okay.
game. Doesn't matter. Not a big deal. But what's Kim Jong Un
Is he
doing?
getting out his toy set? Is my wondering.
You know,
Guy thing, Charles.
he already
Uh,
had his.
yeah. uh,
Okay, well, now what we're gonna do is see if by any chance we got a Twitter question, which I highly don't. I mean, probably should have known this a few minutes ago. I'm assuming we didn't, so we can just like see it. Okay, so I'll put this on screen right now. If you have any questions you'd like to ask any of us, it doesn't have to be gaming related. Go on Twitter and type in hashtag IceSlash and ask our question, and we'll do our best to answer it any way possible. And yeah, right then, like every week, that'll be a thing that we do. And then yeah, we didn't get a single one. So I didn't think that we would for this first episode. Okay, so now we're gonna go to our final thing, and it's gonna be like a competition or a challenge for the viewers. Like every week we'll ask a question for something, and then they respond in the best way possible. Like if I say, "What is your best?" I don't know. I don't have a good example, but this week we're gonna do ideas for an intro for the future use.
Huh.
And anyone has a really good one, we'll use it. And then you'll be credited and all that good stuff. Or if you're not good at like making intros, you can get some good like an icon for the channel because the one that's there, if you can get a really good like avatar or icon that literally just says IceSlash, that's good
Huh.
too.
Sounds good.
I think Corey is working on the channel art background, so
Yep.
that covers. So you can submit them via Twitter. That's about it. If you can somehow find me on Tumblr, go ahead, but I doubt it.
YouTube,
YouTube. Want to make okay?
unless they make a video.
Unless you make a video and send it to me on Twitter, that works too. But anyway, you can figure out how to send it to me, which would basically be Twitter and YouTube, I guess. Google Plus. Send it to us if you do on Twitter. Use or try to use like hashtag IceSlash in there somewhere so I can find it, and then I'll be checking it every day. I'll be checking every day, so then I get it logged up, so next week we're not like gathering through it at the end. And I
Yeah.
think that's where we're gonna conclude it. We've been going for 31 minutes, which is around where I want. So,
Pretty good first broadcast.
not broadcast.
Podcast.
There we go. SlashCast. Okay, so thank you all for watching the first real episode of SlashCast with 3 out of 4 the IceSlash guys so far. I've been Setendo,
I'm Chow.
I'm Corey Rex.
and we will see you guys next time. Peace.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that was pretty good.